Okay, I just want to start by saying thank you so much for taking the time out to sit down and chat with me. I suppose we should start right to the beginning. How did you first discover burlesque?
Oh my God. Years ago, I must have been about 12, 13 years old, and I sort of fell in love with vintage first, so like
Mm,
the pin-up girls, that sort of thing. I was obsessed with Doris Day for like years and years and years. She's still
mm,
my ultimate icon now. And then it sort of evolved from being involved in the rockabilly side of things, discovering my style. And
mm,
then I found Dita Von Teese.
mm,
As many burlesque performers probably start out, they discover Dita. And then I think it was, I wanted to do it for so long, but I
mm,
never had the contact, should we say, to be able
mm,
to do it or the confidence to do it. And Me and one of my friends a couple of years ago finally got tickets to go and see Dita when she came back over to the UK. And she was supported by Dirty Martini. And when I saw Dirty Martini, I was like, if
there we
she
go.
can do it, I can do it. She's an icon. I'm here for it. So
Mm,
yeah, it's been an ongoing thing.
mm. And how did you sort of get into the performance side of it then, from seeing these sort of icons to actually having to go yourself?
um, I was given an opportunity. I put it out on Facebook. Anyone help? I
Mm,
live in a small town in the middle of North Wales,
mm,
and there are no classes. There's nothing really that I can get to as such. So a lot of my personal art has come from learning from going to shows or
ah,
watching YouTube videos and just, picking like moves and things and
mm.
trying things out in my living room, which has been quite entertaining for my partner. Um, so it's just been a case of I put it out into the world, into the universe. I was given an opportunity by a group in Liverpool. They said it's non-profit, it's for charity, but we can do
Mm,
photos for you, which can get you started. And
mm.
the rest is history. I did my debut at the Liverpool Adelphi.
Wow.
Um, and I think that was like 3 years ago now. And I've not looked back since, to be honest.
So where did the name come into then, Kitty Divine? How did you come up with that?
So it was from a name generator on the internet. It's nothing I can't take full, like, as much as I would love to take full creative responsibility for it, I can't. I basically went on the internet one day and I was like, I'm curious, what would my burlesque name be? So found like a name generator and I generated like, I think about five or six of them. And I put them on Facebook and I was like, right, guys, vote because I like all of these. I can't choose.
Mm.
Um, and Funnily enough, Kitty Divine wasn't actually one of the names. They were two separate names. So I think it was
Ah,
like Kitty Caprice or something, and then it was like Midnight Divine or something. And one of my friends put in the chat, "Why don't you put these two together? They sound really good."
ah.
And I was like, "Okay, let's put that out into the universe and see what happens." And all of my friends was like, "No, that's a bit of you, that, because you are a bit of a crazy cat lady." And you want to do something different, like, because I could spell Vine Vine,
Mm,
but like it's not showgirl to me. Put
mm.
a YNE in it, make it difficult for everyone to spell,
And so obviously you've got your kind of, as you talked about, your aesthetic of sort of
Yeah.
more darker and mysterious. Obviously the name kind of does, it hints at that, I think. The divine is kind
Mhm.
of that sort of magicalness as well. So where did your how did you establish your aesthetic? Where did that come from?
So basically, when I am my civvy self,
Hmm.
I I suppose I like to describe myself as Wednesday Adams and her best friend, the girly pink one.
Hmm. Yeah.
So when I'm Kitty Divine, I am girly pink. Although recently I've been exploring more of the horror side of things
Okay.
with like my Queen of the Damned act and stuff. So I'm sort of mixing my civvy side into my performer side
Ah.
now. And then you've got my normal civvy side that would much rather wear black t-shirts in blistering heat. and go to rock concerts where you can't understand the lyrics. But, I'm still there to have a good time.
So, what was your first performance as Kitty like?
I was terrified. I'm
Mm.
not gonna lie, I was absolutely terrified. I suffer with horrendous stage fright. Although if you were to see me on stage, so I've been told by many people that you couldn't tell.
Mm.
I performed to Doris Day, perhaps, perhaps,
Oh,
perhaps, because I figure why not start with my icon.
yeah.
I tried to go down the traditional route, so I was using a lot of whites, lots of silver rhinestones, pinks, that sort of thing.
Mm.
And it was a very basic routine, but it gave enough for it to be, oh my God, she's doing burlesque.
Yeah.
Um,
Ah.
and it was, I think it's one of my favorite moments so far.
Mm.
Because obviously it's where I got my start, and I figure with it being at the Liverpool Adelphi,
Hmm.
such an iconic building, in
Yes.
my personal opinion, it's beautiful on the inside. I figure why not do something a bit more classical, a bit more traditional,
Hmm.
and see where we go
Ah.
from there.
So I was having a look, talking about acts. I was having a look through your Instagram, and you have your act menu, the performances you do, and one
Yeah.
really caught my eye, and it was the curvy cowgirl routine. So
Oh yeah.
where did that come
So
from?
there's the
Ah,
jacket. There she
wow.
is. Um, so the Curvy Cowgirl, she was the second act that I ever created. Um, basically, so my mum, bless her, no longer with us now, but she was my biggest fan, my biggest inspiration. If ever I was having issues with costumes or I needed opinions, she'd be the first person I go
Oh.
to. And basically, I was asked to do glorified cabaret,
Mhm.
and I didn't have a separate act other than my debut act. And I was like, I want to do something new. I need to get my menu going,
Mhm.
as it were. Um, and my mum pulled out this jacket, which is actually my dad's jacket. It was one of the last things that we didn't get rid of after he passed away. And
Oh.
my mum was like, why don't you put a bit of your dad in the act? And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm going to rhinestone it. I'm going to add some pink fringe. I'm going to put my
Hmm.
name on it. He'd love it. He's probably cursing me, but um, basically, yeah. So my curvy cowgirl come around, and I was like, I want to do I want to do a reveal that's going to make people go, oh my God, that's an amazing reveal. So I then started researching how to do like trouser removals and that sort of thing. So I
Hmm.
did a little bit of experimentation with like pop studs, Velcro, you name it.
Oh,
My
yeah.
office, this whole thing was covered in like fluff and rhinestones and God knows what else. There's probably a fair few rhinestones still in my carpet now. Um, so yeah, she was a labour of love,
Hmm.
and I then performed at Chester Pride that
Oh,
later on
wow.
that year as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's one of my favourites. I'm not
Hmm.
gonna lie. I'm gonna have to dust her off and get her out again at some point.
Obviously, as the name suggests, as I've seen on your Instagram bio as well, that you obviously body positivity is something you feel really strongly about. So why
Yeah.
was that an important element to include specifically in that routine?
So I suffer with horrendous body dysmorphia.
Hmm.
Unfortunately it's been something I've had to live with all of my life, and I've just learned to sort of deal with it. I've
Hmm.
got my coping mechanisms, as I'm sure many
Hmm.
people do, who watch your lovely blog, who come to burlesque shows,
Yeah.
cabaret shows, and to me it's about showing the importance of basically you're only given one body
Hmm.
in your life. Don't hate it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it for all its curves, its lumps, its bumps. Go out on stage and basically tell the world you, because this is what I look like. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And for me, so Kitty De Vyne is basically my big middle finger
Mm.
to the standards that you see in like magazines,
Hmm.
because there's so much pressure in this world to look, I don't know, like a size 8, or
Yeah.
to have big boobs, or to have the perfect figure and all that lot, and then on top of that you've got like cosmetic
Hmm.
surgeries and things like that. You don't need that. You don't need that.
Hmm.
You just go out and own it. Dress how you like. If you want to wake up one day and put sparkles all over your face and walk down the street, you walk down the street with those sparkles on your face.
Yeah.
Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's confidence that gets people, oh my God.
Hmm.
Because the amount of people that have come up to me after I've performed and gone, I wish I was brave enough to do that. Or
Mm.
I wish, you know, how did you get the confidence to do that? My confidence comes from what I wear and my
Mm.
makeup, how I look, because when I'm not like this, I am a completely
Mhm.
different person. So, you know, do what makes you happy.
Yeah,
That's,
totally.
you know,
Mm. You already mentioned Chester Pride as a
yeah.
performance.
Mhm.
So what was it like performing at Chester Pride?
Oh my gosh, I loved performing at Chester Pride. So funnily enough, I performed there yesterday.
Oh wow.
It was Chester Pride yesterday. So the first time I performed at Chester Pride, so it's been on one of my it's been on my bucket list since becoming a performer. I want
Hmm.
to do a Pride event, and I thought where to start, but close to home, Chester Pride. And every year before I became a performer, I would live in the tent called the Glitter Lounge,
Hmm.
and they would have everything from boylesque, cabaret singers, drag, burlesque. You know, some of these performers that I got to see have now gone on to bigger and better
Yeah.
things. Um, and then I was given the opportunity to perform.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, I lost my little mind, my little brain went, I didn't know what I was going to perform. I didn't know where I was going with it. So I performed my Curvy Cowgirl and I performed my Poison Ivy act.
Okay.
Um, and I got to perform alongside some amazing performers who I never thought in a million years I'd ever get, you know, to
Oh.
perform
Hmm.
alongside, let alone my third ever time,
Oh.
maybe fourth ever time performing. And
Hmm.
I was performing alongside like Lily Snatchdragon, who then went on to, you know, Burlesque Hall of Fame to win her
Wow.
category. I was performing alongside Mark Anthony. I was performing alongside Lou Sapphire, and I had to sit there backstage and hold my composure. I was like, "Don't be a fangirl. Calm down." But it was absolutely insane. I absolutely adored every minute of
Hmm.
it. And then I was given the opportunity to perform again the year after, but due to conflict in schedule, couldn't do it sadly. And then I was asked to do it again this year,
Hmm.
um, where they've changed the name now from the Glitter Lounge to the Icon Lounge, and this year it was named after the Vivian.
Hmm.
So we had a RuPaul Drag Race performer. We had my burlesque sister slash drag auntie, Miss Cherry Good, who was running the whole shebang. My friend Foxy, who was a beautiful singer. We had just an amalgamation
Hmm.
of just lovely, amazing people, and it was standing room only, and I
Wow.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. I love performing Pride. Pride's like my favorite event. I'm
Hmm.
not gonna lie.
What there seems to be a real connection between sort of burlesque and pride events,
Yeah.
and sort of the communities they bring together. So why is it for you? Why is it important that you attended this pride? Because you said it was on your bucket list. Why was that such a big deal for you?
Because one way or another, the community has either helped me or my family.
Hmm.
My family, the older generation of my family, obviously, because of the way they were brought up,
Hmm.
they obviously were like, it's
Yeah.
not Adam and it's Adam and Eve, it's not Adam and Steve. So
Hmm.
a lot of the older generation, so we just put that by
Hmm.
the by. But as growing up, like some of my family members have come out.
Hmm.
Me, as I was growing up, I thought I was bisexual until about a year ago, where I discovered I was actually pansexual because I don't
Hmm.
care what you look like, whether
Hmm.
you identify as a microwave meal or a human being. I'm probably
Yeah.
going to think you're absolutely gorgeous one way or another.
Hmm.
The fact that I've always been surrounded by people who support me,
Hmm.
the like my partner, even though I am in a straight presenting relationship, he's very supportive of me and, you know, my preferences.
Hmm.
And I just feel like it's a community that just it deserves a lot of love,
Hmm.
and
Totally.
it it hurts my soul when I see that there is so much hatred in this world for a community that's not doing anything wrong other than living and
Existed.
loving
Hmm.
and just existing. Yeah, apparently just existing annoys people these days. Who'd have thought? So yeah, I just they're always going to be a part of my heart. My chosen family, most of
Mm.
them are part of the LGBT
Hmm.
community, and I genuinely I
Mm.
wouldn't have it any other way because I love them to death. Absolutely adore every single one of them.
Hmm. I suppose on top of that, so obviously your message of sort of confidence and loving the body you're in goes for everyone.
Mm.
everyone has a body that they should love. The
Oh God, yeah.
hating is not going to do any well for anyone.
No, no,
Mm,
definitely not. It's the more you start to tell yourself something, the more you
mhm.
start to believe it. So I believe that if you wake up in the morning and you look at yourself in the mirror and you think, "Oh my God, I look like a potato," but I'm gonna look like a badass jacket potato all day, then you tell yourself you're gonna look like a badass jacket potato all day.
Yeah.
Um, like
Mm,
it's just one of those things. You've got to start telling yourself things on the
mhm.
daily because then you start to believe it.
Yeah.
Just like how I'm sure many people who go to cabarets or burlesque events, myself included, have been bullied at
Mhm.
some point in their lives because kids can be
Yeah.
absolutely vicious
Vile. Hmm.
sometimes. But sometimes that's from the people that they're brought up around as
Yes.
well.
Okay. Hmm.
So you just got to tell yourself the good things rather than the negative things.
Mm.
And I, like I said, with having body dysmorphia, sometimes the voices are a little bit
Yeah.
louder
Exactly.
for me. But my partner and my stepson, honest to God, both of them, every time I put makeup on or, I'm just dressed in a baggy t-shirt or whatever, I get, "You look beautiful today." And I'm like, "Are you looking at who
Mm.
who is she?" So
Lovely. So during my research, I found that you performed a lot with the Upside Down Cabaret. So what is the
yes.
Upside Down Cabaret?
So the Upside Down Cabaret is my resident group, my resident home, as you were, if you will. We are in Chester Live Rooms, which is
Mhm.
just outside of the train station. So it's only like a 2-minute walk, if that. It is run by my very dear friend, my drag husband, Mr. Breakdown, who, if anyone does watch Channel 4, has recently been on Narrow Escapes because he
Oh.
lives on a narrow boat. Um, we have Miss Cherry Good, we have Foxy, who is our singer, we have Miss Hertz, who is also a drag queen. So Cherry Good and Miss Hertz do a lot of like drag nights around
Mhm.
Chester, the LA. A lot of the pubs they do like karaoke
Mm.
nights and stuff like that. So they're very active in the community. So we're the main four of the group.
Oh.
So it's the last Wednesday of every month. We have not just us as performers performing. We don't, because that would mean we'd have to have fresh acts every month,
Mhm.
and it's a
Yeah.
lot of effort to do fresh acts. So we do have other performers come in. We've had performers from Liverpool, Manchester, Yorkshire. We had Merlin the Grey not too long ago,
Wow.
which, honest to God,
I
he
know.
is a performer to
Yeah.
watch him. Oh my God, I was shook. Um, and then we've got like other performers that have come all the way from like Shrewsbury and that sort of thing.
Mm.
We also have a debut slot, which it's only for one act because
Mhm.
each performer who are doing like the proper performances, we do 3 acts.
Mhm.
Um, the debut slot is just one act, but it's just to get a feel
Yeah.
for to see if the audience likes you, wants to
Mhm.
see you again, to see if this is something that you want to go forward with. Sort of like giving you that chance to, if you've thought about being a performer and you're not too
Um,
sure how to go about it, there is your slot
mm.
waiting for you. We will put you on that stage, we will get you to perform, and if you enjoyed it and the audience loved you, we will have you back.
Mm.
And we've had a fair success rate with that. We've had singers, we've had baby drag queens, we've
Wow.
had baby burlesque performers. It's just been
Mm.
absolutely sensational. And then around December time, we do a panto for
Mhm.
adults because it is written by Miss Cherry Good. So as you can imagine, lots
Mhm.
of adult
Yeah.
jokes. We did we did Dick Whittington last year, although
Mhm.
it was specifically just named
Yeah.
Dick,
I did see
which
that
was
one.
quite apt. I played the fairy, and I covered everyone in glitter. It was fantastic. We had fantastic feedback from it. This year we're doing Upside Down Wizard of Oz. So
Ah.
that's in December, which we're really excited for. But before that goes ahead in December, we're also taking the Upside Down Cabaret down to London at the beginning of
Oh.
September. So myself, Mr. Breakdown, Foxy, and Miss Hertz are all traveling down to London, along with a few other people who are
Mm.
performing. Queens. I think we've mainly got Queens for this one.
Mhm.
It's called Naughty Northerners, and we're performing in the Phoenix Arts
Oh
Club.
wow.
on the 3rd of September, which I'm really excited for because I've not actually broken into London yet. So this will be my
Yeah.
gateway moving.
Ooh. Obviously, you teased it there, but what can we expect from the upcoming Upside Down Cabaret show? What have you got in store? Obviously, don't give away too much, but what can you tease?
Oh gosh. So the next one that we've got in Chester is Angsty August.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of teenage angst,
Mm-hmm.
moodiness, punk rockers, chaos,
Mm-hmm.
spiked bras, and probably an escape nipple tassel at some point because it's going to happen
Classic.
eventually. And then London, it's just pretty much what it says on the tin. It's naughty Northerners. We're going to go down and we're going to show them how we do it.
Yeah, taking over the town.
We're taking over the town.
So we are coming to the end of my questions, but I do have about three more. So what
Yeah.
can people expect from a Kitty De Vyne show?
Oh my gosh. What can they expect? Sparkle,
Mm-hmm.
glamour, a lot of fierceness, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of crazy faces, terrible camera angles, a ton of chins if you catch me in the right, in the right angle. Probably items of clothing falling off that shouldn't have fallen off too soon. Because that's happened about once or twice. Just fun and body positivity and a good laugh while you do it. So yeah.
Totally fantastic. And where, if people do want to see that fun and body positivity to the max, where can people stay up to date with you?
So I am performing at the Upside Down Cabaret at the end of the month in Chester. I will then be in Liverpool on the 5th of September, just after our London invasion on the 3rd. And then after that, it will be back at the Upside Down. No, sorry, tell a lie. I will be then doing Chester Tattoo Convention on the 20th and 21st of September. I'll be hosting that one and I will be performing that one alongside a load of my other friends. And then it will be back to the Upside Down Cabaret in Chester again. So this is usually my busy time of year. Summer doesn't get a look in. Summer is my time off, But yeah, no, the rest of this time is when it starts to get busy. But any updates and anything like that are all over my socials. So
what on the socials, where can people find you?
So on Instagram and TikTok, I am Kitty_D_Vyne, and on Facebook, I'm just Kitty De Vyne.
Fabulous. So my final question is, what advice do you have for young people looking to get into the world of burlesque?
Do it. Do it. Look for classes. Look for classes. If you're unsure whether or not it's something you want to pursue, go to a class, go to a show, go support your local community, go to a show, whether it's a burlesque show or a cabaret show, because you might even find that your niche is burlesque, it might be drag, and you can do drag if you are biologically female. You can do it if you identify as whatever you want. Drag is not subjective.
Drag is for everyone.
It's an art. It's for everyone. The same as burlesque, the same as just general cabaret. Do your research. Follow and support your local cabaret performers. Follow them on all their socials. See what they're up to. See if there's any online classes. Watch YouTube videos, and just give it a go, because you don't know if you don't like it unless you try something.
Totally.
So just don't be afraid. We're here to help you, and we will support where we can. And if you have any questions whatsoever, don't be afraid to message a burlesque performer or a cabaret performer, because as soon as they're not busy, I'm sure they will be happy to answer any questions whatsoever.
And obviously that one spot you have in Upside Down Cabaret is perfect for new performers to try things out and have a go.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. We've been, to be fair, we've been on and off inundated with different people wanting to do performances and stuff. But if you do find that you do want to go on stage and you do want to give it a go, then just message the Upside Down Cabaret on Instagram. We'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can, and we'll see what spots we have free for the month, and we will put you forward for it and give you that opportunity.
Fantastic. I'll put all the links in the comments below so people can scroll down and click away. But I started by saying, and I'll end the same way, thank you so much for taking the time out to sit down and chat with me. I've obviously had a blast learning more about you. So thank you for joining.
It's an absolute pleasure. Honestly, it's lovely. I've been following you for ages, and I'm like, I wonder if I message. Do you reckon I will? And with you being, because are you Cardiff based, South Wales?
Yes, yeah, Cardiff based.
Yeah. I don't really. I think the last time I was down there was for Clumsy Cabaret, which was
Mm.
when I debuted Poison Ivy like years ago. And
Ah.
unfortunately, I've not had chance to go down since. So, it's
Mm.
nice to get the northern side into
You're
your
I
blog.
speak for the whole of
So,
Cardiff. You're always welcome back.
oh my goodness. Yes, you should come up and see us as
Yeah, that'd be
well.
amazing.
Definitely. Come up and see us. We'd love to have you at the Upside Down
Oh,
Cabaret. I'll
amazing.
make
Oh
sure
my
that you've got like a full VIP,
God.
VIP experience up close and personal. You can get nipple tassels to the face if you really want.
But thank you so much, and I shall speak to you soon.
Absolute pleasure, my love.